welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Loves Gymnastics Podcast with your hosts. Today we have Shayna and Michaela. How are you doing, Shayna?
Okay. Hey. How are you?
I'm doing good. So today, you guys, first of all, before we even start, we want to wish a very special happy birthday to our wonderful co-host, our wonderful friend, the person who kept the show going on after me and, whatever happened with whatever happened. We want to give a very special happy birthday to Oscar. I hope he's having a amazing time on his birthday today. Um, to be 26 again. No, I wouldn't want to be 26 because when I was in 26, I was in prison. So no, I would not want to be. That's when those are two and a half years of my life I could skip between 26 and 27.
I don't remember what I was doing at 26.
So how have you been, Shayna? Have you been keeping up with all of this? shit. There we go. Have you been keeping up with all of the gymnastics going on that's been going on?
I've been trying to. I've been trying to keep up with the elite. I've been trying to, well, I didn't watch any of the men's competition today, but I did watch majority of all of the final subdivision of the women.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like some of the individual girls from the earlier sessions, Nina, um, and uh, what's the baby from that's going to Stanford? I forgot her name. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Jennifer Williams.
Hmm. I watched all of that. I've actually been quite impressed with some of the European girls, but just on a whole, I still think well, we can talk about that later. We're gonna, as a whole, through what I've seen in the elite world, I think Japan and China is right up there with the European girls.
Absolutely, and we definitely are going to get into that conversation because yeah, I'm trying. Oh, I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest. This is why I haven't been on in the last 2 days to talk about Euro because I have just been trying to be a better, more mature Michaela. I'm trying my hardest not to just jump on these people internet and just cuss people out because that's what y'all are used to from me. And
Hmm.
I refuse to be the angry black tranny on these people gymnastics internet for y'all each and every time. But
But
I can't help
you also have to defend yourself as well, or not.
period.
And how it comes out is how it comes out. You don't think any of these other folk, when they say what they say, care?
Absolutely the fuck not.
So why would you
And
feel? Why would you filter your mouth?
the reason why I would filter my mouth is because I'm still also black in these people's white gymnastic spaces. And somehow, some way, whenever I choose to defend myself for when people are attacking me, it always comes back to me being the bully or me going after people. And, normally I just would not give a damn. But because I'm in better spaces with other people, I don't want to create drama with me and people that I've worked very hard to create better spaces for. So that's why I'm choosing to not name names and just, is going to talk about how I feel about this subject
Mhm.
without trying to
Ruffle any feathers?
ruffle any feathers, basically.
Okay,
But
because
but
this is your podcast, and
correct. And I just want people to understand that
respect
I've
what.
done it before and I will do it again. Don't think. And just because y'all may know Tiki or Addis or whoever, don't think because my friends or Shayna or Nisha or Oscar that you can go ahead and send my friends after me. And I'm going to always take things down just because they asked me to. Because sometimes you're going to send my friends my way and I'm going to end up cussing my friends out for even coming to me with the bullshit. Sometimes you just gotta let some shit ride. So just letting people know. I'm being very gentle with this conversation right now. Trust me, the next time it won't be so gentle. At the end of the day, people in these gymnastics communities can feel the way they want to feel about whatever, right? But the benefit or the joy of gymnastics for me as a gymnastics fan is the feelings that gymnastics bring to me. Now, are sometimes those feelings that gymnastics is bringing to me, is it the most logical thing? No. Is it the most was it the thing that's most likely to happen based on the actual numbers that are being presented to you? No. But the reason why I fell in love with gymnastics in the first place is because gymnastics gave me a feeling that scores and numbers did not, right? And I feel like in these gymnastics communities and in just gymnastics spaces, People can express feelings. People can start conversations without other people trying to call them stupid for just having those opinions. And the opinion that I'm talking about is somebody tried to call me stupid recently because I feel like, and I continue to feel like, and I will stand 20 toes down on this shit, unlike y'all pussy assholes who get called out on shit on the jump today and want to backtrack about some shit. I ain't backtracking about a motherfucking shit. I feel like, especially on the disc quad, especially for a bitch who didn't even watch Chinese championships, bitch to have an opinion and try to call me stupid over some shit they didn't even look at, bitch, they can go suck a dick and die. But and again, I'm handling this with kid gloves because I could be saying a person's name and feeling like I want to feel. I'm just speaking around the issue. So once again, if a bitch feel like I'm talking about them, I am. So anyhow, like I was saying, I feel like, especially under this quad, especially if you watch NHK or All of Japan or you watch Chinese nationals and you're comparing that to what you're watching at European championships, I stand by what I said. I feel like this quad, well, not even this quad, for the last quad, without the Russians being there at European championships, it's just something that is lacking for me. It is something that, and especially this go round where, let's be honest, the British team isn't really the strongest team they could
No.
present. The French team is somewhere over there bullshitting. I mean, I think they came in third here, but they could be way better than third. They could probably
Well, I
win.
was actually kind of proud of them because they didn't do shit at the Olympics. So,
Well, I mean, that's because they
that
had Melanie at the Olympics. Now that they don't, oh shit. No offense to you. No offense to you,
so
Melanie. I love
to have them, I was really impressed with some of their beams. I was impressed with some of the German girls because I don't know everybody in the elite world. I'm just getting
you.
back into
Correct.
college is my baby. So to go and watch like we were posting a couple weeks ago, the European sometimes was a prelude to an Olympic Games or Worlds, and sometimes it was, the
And that's the
prequel.
other thing. I'm so glad you said that, Shayna, because to follow me is to know me, to be my friend is to know I think in 360, right? I could be having a conversation with Shayna right now based on something I started on Twitter 2 weeks ago, right? And if you know me and if you're my friend, you would then understand that I'm now continuing a conversation that I started on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. Because if you follow me on Twitter, you would know that I started a conversation on Twitter a couple of days ago before Europeans even started, just basically expressing my feelings about how I feel like without the Russians being there, Euros have lost some of its importance, some of
Yeah,
its
it's
the
the
power
fun.
that you
Yeah, the
correct, because
fun.
when you used to watch a European championships, you was literally watching the best of gymnastics,
Yeah,
right? Because people couldn't. Not everybody who went to Euros qualified through to Worlds because of the per country rules and this, that, and the third. So even at Worlds, you was watching a lesser competition than
hmm
you was watching at European Championships. In
hmm
2025, I don't feel like that is the case. I feel like, and again, this is why I think people were calling me stupid because I kept saying that I feel like Asian Games is a better competition than European Championships. I understand that Euros happen every year and every other year they have a different format to Europeans, but I also understand that University Games is not the fucking Asian Games, you stupid cunt. And for you to even to make it assume that I would think those two competitions were the same, when I literally been watching the University Games since 1997, when the Americans sent fucking Shannon Miller, the last time they sent a motherfucking US women's team to the damn your University Games, you stupid bitch. So for you to even conflate that, You're the racist bitch. You're the one who was being called out on the internet for saying that the competitions that they have in Asia are in comparisons to fucking high school championships, bitch. Not me. I stand by what the fuck I said. If you watch Chinese nationals or NHK trophies and then you compare it to what you saw at Euros, I think China would be one, Italian would be two, Japan would be three, and the rest of the countries would be fighting it off with South Korea for fourth, fifth, and sixth place. I stand by that. And if you actually watch gymnastics, not just watch the numbers like a nerd would, but actually watch the competitions, you understand how people got to those standings too.
Yeah. And I just want to speak on the when we were talking about the history of the European Championships. You have to think about it. Romania is not the strength that they used to be because it always was a
Absolutely not.
Romanian slash Russian dominance or a battle between that because usually those two countries, along with the Americans and the Chinese, were the four dominant countries,
Correct.
from
And then
whenever
at
I
Euros, correct.
watched.
And what you're saying is correct, Shane, because at Euros, you got to see two of the four dominant countries in the world there. And then you got all the other countries, GB, France, Italy, who wanted to be up at that level, who was still pushing them, who was still trying to get there, who was every year trying to fight it out who was going to be third to Russia and Romania.
And I'm just my opinion because we all have opinions, and I'm not going to
Absolutely.
go at any other people, other podcasts, people. They can have their opinion just like you can have yours.
Absolutely.
I feel
But
like
trust and believe, just like y'all can get on y'all platform and talk shit, I can too, bitch. And I'm just letting y'all know that I can.
I feel like depending on who the Americans sent, I don't even think the Americans, if it was a team world competition this year, would win.
It would be hard. It will be. It depends on who they. It depends on who actually
Not
is trying.
the old girls, the Leannes and the Jocelyn's that can come help out a healthy Shiley's Kayla. If it's a bunch of new girls on that team with like Hesley and Tiana, it would be a battle for the gold between the Chinese and the Italians. And I
Mhm.
was sick of people always saying, we was just talking about this, me and Nisha, about how gymnastics kind of changed when we became after the 2012 and the Simone dominance of like how people were so far away from her and the Americans. But I feel like the other countries just did not step their pussies up to be a competitive. That was just my opinion of how I kind of lost my spark for elite gymnastics. Porn, they did the open code. I didn't like it. Still don't like it. And then you have the dominance of the Americans. Back then it was Americans, Russians, Romanians, and the Chinese sprinkled in. It's like it changed all of a sudden. So then when you look at the Europeans now, it's like the Italians are like the next best thing. But if you compare them to the history, they're not doing nothing special. I just think the quality is so bad. So for somebody to say that the Europeans are better than the Japanese and the Chinese, that's false to me. I'm sorry.
That is completely, and it's just like, and it's just like, it's the drop off, right? Like, I'm not. This is not me trying to be shady at all, right? But Germany was second place at this European Championships in the team. Now, this isn't trying to be shady to the German gymnasts. They are very wonderful, but it wasn't nothing special. It wasn't nothing special. It wasn't nothing special.
They have one really good gymnast,
Helen Everett,
her.
and then it's a big drop off from that point on. And Euros just used to be the place where, even up until
Really, probably until once Ibasha and Catalina Polnar and um, what's the other one stayed getting hurt all the time? What was her name? She always would get hurt, and everybody loved her.
Oh, from Romania. Oh gosh.
Jordaki.
Yeah, there we go, Jordaki.
It was like, once those girls started leaving Romania, and then the coaches left and all that, it was just like the Europeans started to suck, and it was just straight Russian. Straight
And
Russian.
then even when the Russians didn't for a while, GB stepped up for the Romanians, at least on the Russian, I mean, at least on the European side, where GB was up there fighting with the Russians for the top spot. But now it's like Russia isn't here. GB is in the same predicament as the Americans. Like all of their best girls, you never know what they're going to do and are hurt or something like that. The Italians are strong, and they should be strong. They should dominate this European Championship because they're clearly the best team here. But they're dominating with falls. They're dominating with sloppy DTYs. Like they're not like giving what you would expect from a dominant performance.
Baby, I don't care what nobody say. China looks better than Italy, even with them funky ass vaults.
And to act like China can't. And if you watch Chinese nationals, to whoever I'm talking to, you would see the improvement China have on vault and floor. It's not what it used to be. It's not like the other countries are so far ahead of China on there. No country is ahead of China on vault right now. Not even the Americans. Yes, the vaults are sloppy. I can't. But the vaults are vaulted.
Achilles / ACL tear away from out. But
are the Italians vaulting so much better? That's all I'm saying, because Manila is one more short landing away from ending her gymnastics career.
And shout out to Addicts too, because Addicts streams a lot of the gymnastics that we would have to normally pay for.
Correct.
Him for getting up out of his bed to start streaming that stuff at the wee hours of the morning for the gymnastics fans.
And y'all gonna stop giving my friend too much. Like, he's doing the best that he can. Like, I mean, you should be great. Like, this is my thing for Addicts. Like, I tell him this all the time. Bitch, complain one time, bitch. I'm turning this shit off and I'm going back to bed. Complain to me one time. Mm-hmm. Let me see one complaint come across these comment sections. Watch how fastly y'all gonna have to pay for Euro Sports, bitch, to watch this shit. Like, you're not gonna come to me that I'm giving you a service for free and then talk shit.
Getting your page taken down every so often, And then on multiple platforms, not even just on Twitch.
No,
Twitter,
having the damn USA Gymnastics hate my ass and looking for my shit to flag my shit because they know that I'm for the stream they shit. Like, y'all not for to talk shit to me like that. I'm so sorry, you just not.
It was a time, baby. If you didn't catch it back in the day, in our days when we were coming up watching gymnastics, if you didn't catch it when it was being watched and had a VCR recording it, you missed it.
Baby, I was talking to Oscar about this the other day. He was like, how did y'all used to watch gymnastics back in the 90s? And I'm like, it was this thing called the TV guidebook, right? And the TV guidebook used to tell you what was supposed to come on TV up to a month in advance. So I used to read that TV guidebook looking for gymnastics events, so I know when to set my VCR so I can record them things.
And before that, sometimes I would miss school and play sick just to be able to record them. Thousands of tapes of gymnastics. Life happened and I lost them, but I started watching gymnastics in 96. I started getting involved in it and going to meets with LSU in 97. And then I just was hooked by that time. So, back for have somebody like Addicts, like I said, that's how I really met y'all through him. I don't know what happened. I didn't have something, and I was on Twitch one day, and I just said, let me just look up gymnastics one day, and I found him. And then it opened up, a plethora of other avenues of finding out the sport that we love and like sharing of other people. So, when you get these gangster fingers commenting and saying stuff behind a computer, it'd be like, you will not say those stuff in real life to me. Like, you would
Not
not.
to. Let me tell y'all something. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. If y'all see me in a gymnastics meet, and I said this, I say this all the time with me. I just went to damn nationals. I had no issues. Don't make me no issue. Don't make an issue. Cause I promise you, I have no issue with showing out on your ass in real life. Like I may not show out on your ass on these internet streets, but in real life, I hate to be used. And don't come to Florida with that shit. I know to stand your ground laws, baby. I would hate to be you. But let me say this and then we can move on. I'm not trying to. And yes, I'm cussing, but bitch, that's me, bitch. If I'm stupid bitches cuss. You have to have space for other people to have opinions that aren't what you feel. Especially when the person starts off their shenanigans with, I'm just trying to have an open dialogue. I'm just trying to have a conversation. I know what I'm going to say is going to sound weird, but I'm going to say it and I stand by it. Where we're at in the zeitgeist of gymnastics right now, it feels like when Asian championships or Asian games happen again, that will be the premier event in gymnastics. Then Pan American Games has become number two, and Europeans has become number three when it comes to the continental championships. Clearly, the Oceania championships over there in Australia, they happen, they just don't count. So out of those three, that the three major ones that we watched, those are my opinions. Where European used to be number one, I would say probably Asians used to be number two, and Pan Am's used to be last. I think it's completely flipped. I think Asians is number one, Pan Am's is number two, and now Euros is last in a level of importance and excitement for me as a fan. Um, Now, with that being said, let's talk about some of this NCAA news that's been going on. Let's talk about some of these people that's transferring. For those of y'all who don't know, the worst kept secret in gymnastics finally got confirmed today. MJ Frazier, Marzetta Frazier's sister, former Cal Berkeley gymnast, who graduated a year early so she could transfer to compete in her final season of eligibility at the University of Florida. And as a Florida Gator gymnastics fan, I am freaking geeked. But I understand why other people are concerned by this transfer. Shayna, how do you feel about this?
Um, love MJ down, just like I love Selena down, but that ain't gonna get Florida no SEC title or no NCAA title. Sorry,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
said it. I'm sorry. Um,
Wow.
those coaches,
Why do you? Well, yeah.
Long
Why?
General over them,
A while.
and she haven't got one. She's came twice. She's came runner up twice in her 10 year and 10 year. Um, well, next season will be 10 years for her, right? Yeah, next
Yes.
season because Rhonda won 13, 14, 15. So next year will be 10 years, but she got all the resources, she all the coaching, everybody. I think the only person she gained was Owen. The other two were there in some type of capacity, and you get the rosters full of the elites, hurt or not. You get them there. You have the resources with Florida, and you've gotten two second places in 10 years, and that was on the Trinity Thomas. So it's like, what is going to change now? Like I already know people gonna be like, well, you LSU, they only got their first one and all that, yeah, but we got ours with a new coach and a completely new staff. Like, what is Jenny going to do different?
I hope if nothing else they haven't learned from this season. Lineups matter, and where you put people up in the lineups matter, and the way they just been doing lineups this year has been so bad, girl, so bad, so bad. Um,
And we can. I don't know if I was telling you this, Michaela, or um, if this is one of the long conversations me and Nisha had, but it's like Cage. A lot of people don't win. If you think about it, since 2014, when Florida and Oklahoma tied, and then Florida won in 2015. Ever since then, it has been Oklahoma for 6 years, LSU, Michigan, and UCLA each a year. So the dominance of Oklahoma really should be commended. But that woman has a knack, KJ Kindler of Oklahoma, to get those girls to peak and when it matters. And talent can get you so far, but the will, the coaching, all that plays a part in it. And I don't see it with Jenny and them. I didn't see it for Jay and them, but they won. Now hopefully they can get it together because they done lost a lot as well. But I do see like a UCLA coming up, considering everything that they have been through. But I think Janelle is doing well. That woman has third year,
okay,
third,
so
third season over that program that went through all that it has went through.
mm, question. So this is, I think I said it in our personal group chat. I know I said it to Ezra because Ezra was saying the same shit. My question is, what did you say about UCLA? I mean, Marzetta was literally the star of UCLA for 5, 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just down the street from California. Like she would have to have at there for her whole life and moved across country. She would have just had to go across the street. Like what? And I think, to be honest, if she was changing schools to give herself a better shot at winning a championship, I think UCLA would have been the better shot. So,
We were talking. Well, not to cut you off on that question, but congratulations to Madison Ulrich. She chose the best school in LSU. So to me, I would love a 2-year Madison over a 1-year MJ. And then we also got a Clemson person coming, and we have a Washington transfer coming. So shout out to LSU for using the transfer portal. But my thing with MJ is we are fans and we speculate this, and we all have, well, y'all do because y'all are more involved when it comes to the fans of the sport, the parents. You and addicts have history with these programs and these families. Whatever happened at UCLA, it wasn't a cute thing. With the whole Alexis Jeffrey situation, their former head coach, I think Sakai Wright, Mark Zetta had dealings with all of that, whatever, good, bad, indifferent. And I just feel like with Madison, with MJ, it's not always just about the gymnastics or about just winning a national championship. Yes, but you got to think about it. These girls are 20 some years old.
mm-hmm.
What is her plans after gymnastics? She graduated in 3 years. What program is she going to at Florida that UCLA didn't offer her? or didn't have. Who were her friend groups?
I mean, and see, that's the crazy part because in my mind, I mean, I know gymnastically UCLA and Florida is pretty equal, but like as a school, as a program, I would assume UCLA is a much stronger program as a school than the University of Florida. So,
Florida, Florida is a wonderful school. Florida actually is a better school academically than UCLA.
oh really? Wow,
Yeah,
I
well,
wouldn't have guessed that.
Florida is a great school academically. Um, and she's just following her sister's footsteps for what? When she want to make her own? Because if it was like that, Michaela, she would have went to UCLA over Cal in the first place. So I just feel like MJ has a mind of her own. That's just like me. With my siblings, I love them dearly, but if it don't fit for me, it don't fit for me.
True, true,
I
true.
think I think all that came into play, and then also she leaving Cal Pac-12 former team to go to another slash Pac-12 Big Ten team. She might have wanted some of that SEC experience.
And I'm pretty sure because I know LSU has the best NIL, but I think Florida has the second best NIL deal. So I'm pretty sure she wanted to make some coin.
And Florida's, selling out arenas. UCLA is not. UCLA never really did, even in the good days with Val and all those Olympians. They never was 8 and 10 and 12,000 in the stands because that's California. I think she just did what was best for her. I would love for her to come to LSU, but that girl's smart. She got her degree in 3 years. She probably decided on graduate school, and Florida was the best fit for her.
To be honest, I wish she would be like, okay, um, it was great. I did college. I'm going back to elite because I think she could make this world team.
Mhm. And then you look on the flip side of um, the Price sisters. I'm so happy Morgan is going where she initially committed to Arkansas for her last year. She's done what she had to do. She slayed at this. She broke all kind of records, and now she's going to go out how she want to go out with her sister at Arkansas. That was
Which is
another high profile transfer.
that was. I think.
As fans, we'd be wanting them to come, here, there. I would love MJ at LSU also, but I also understand I like
Oh,
these
there's another one. Oh gosh, I know somebody transferred from Georgia to MSU.
Nia Howard.
Oh, that was a big one. What
And it
is going?
was some tease with that. I don't know what happened with her at Georgia, but if you just, look at her,
Isn't she the one that Georgia set out because they something an academic reason or something, and it caused them not to even do as well as they could have done in regionals?
well, I don't think she would have been the sole factor. She's a 9.8, 9.85. She's not and no disrespect to her, because I'm not taking away from the talent she does have, but she's not a fifth, sixth go up and get you a 9.95 type of girl.
Mm.
And whatever the issues was, it cryptic. If you look at her announcement, I don't have it up. I can't pull it up because I'm on my phone talking
I
to you.
didn't pull it. I'm on my phone too, everybody. So I didn't prepare much for this show. I'm so sorry, everybody.
It,
I will do better
read
tomorrow.
what it said. Nisha, if you could look it up for us and type it in the chat.
Yeah, just send a link. If anybody who's watching, if we're talking about anything and you just can find the link for us, just put it in the chat so I can pull it up for us. Um, I think MSU though was a great choice for her.
Hmm?
Um, MSU is another one of those programs where I just wish they're just missing like two or three pieces to their puzzle.
Mhm.
They're so close. They are so close. In Port California, like Ondine, do you want to enter the transfer portal, girl, or are you just going to go back to GB gymnastics after this season? Be like, fuck y'all bitches. I'm going back to GB and trying for the Olympics again because, whoo. But maybe because Cal Berkeley is like a very elite level school, like not just for gymnastics, but like as a school, like a degree from Cal Berkeley is something. Like so. Um, oh, there we go, Nisha. There we go. Hold on. I'm not trying to show it, girl. I'm trying to click on it. Hold on, everybody.
Click on it. She said, I've learned that trust the process doesn't apply when the process is flawed.
Oh,
I'm sorry, my dog's is cutting up. She said, I've learned that trust the process doesn't apply when the process is flawed. Thankfully, I've been given a second chance. I'm thrilled to share that I'll be transferring to MSU on a full ride. Thank you to the MSU coaches and my JO coaches for making this transition so smooth. Go Green Bay. No, go Green Baby. So when she said, people always say trust the process, but then she was like, if the process is flawed. So what was flawed over there?
that was shade.
That's man, I'll be catching it, honey.
That was extreme. Ooh. Okay, now let's think about it from the Georgia Jones. And let's just be fair. Let's just be fair. A lot of them came to Georgia, even though we personally feel like Courtney Coupes ain't do shit the whole time she was there. A lot of them came to Georgia for Courtney Coupes.
Hmm. Like a lot of
Uh,
them, Jordan Reaver at Arkansas.
correct. I mean, we can't act like Courtney. Again, we could say she was a, but again, I don't feel like she wasn't a. I think the University of Georgia put Courtney Coupes in too big of of a position for her coaching level. Like
Hmm.
maybe she should have started off as being the assistant coach to Jay Clark. Maybe not started off as the head coach, as your very first coaching position in life. Like,
You know,
um,
like Georgia had those expectations that they were basically going to get another Suzanne and win 10 national titles. No, ma'am. No one has won 5 in a row other than them. Did Utah do it back in the day?
I don't think in a row.
So their expectations were high.
Well,
One
I think Utah won the first 9 or 10 championships that they ever had until Georgia and
Alabama started winning. So
mhm.
what Georgia should have done is they should have
And I also think they hired Courtney Coupes because of her name. I think they thought her name alone was going to get the recruits, which
hmm
they kind of did. Which they kind of did.
Mm-mm.
They always recruited good. It's just once they got the girls there, you know, bullshit.
I always recruit good. Georgia wasn't even close to winning a national championship or SEC championship once Jay Clark left. I think their last title was when Brandy J and Brittany Rogers was with Anna Dana. But before that, it was Kat
Oh
Dean.
my God, Brandy J. I haven't thought about that young lady. Brandy J, I hope you're doing very good. Very, very, very well. I still remember the Pan American Games in elite gymnastics in 2011 or 20, yeah, it was either 2011 or 2010 when Marta Caroli was like, you know what? We have all of these girls that's never going to the Olympics. Let's send them to the Pan American Games. And they sent that whole college class, Brandy J, all of them girls to the Pan American Games, and it was so great. So I
So
remember that.
Georgia got rid of Jay Clark too quick when they should have gave him as much grace
Well,
as
I
they
mean,
could.
y'all should be happy.
And then once Dana started doing bad, they was like, we need some new blood in here. And then we were stuck with Courtney. Now they've been put all the brakes in. They tried to get Jay and his team to come back, and Jay said, "Hell no, fuck no." They that man was a Georgia alum, and y'all just got rid of him.
I hope for Courtney Coupets. I hope she could find another job coaching, maybe at one of these elite gyms, because I think she had talent as a coach. I just think being the head coach of the University of Georgia was too much for her. I think if it was like Fisk University, I think she would fit. She would have been able to learn. Or what's another smaller school
Yeah.
like a Townsend, like a.
It just didn't work out. Just because you are a great athlete does not always translate to being a great head coach.
Hey, you could be a great assistant coach. That doesn't mean it's going to translate to being a great head coach, Chris Waller.
You are correct. Jay Clark was able to learn from his mistakes at Georgia. And then he got basically another program, but he helped transform LSU. So I give him a little more credit. I don't know how much credit I gave him being the assistant to Suzanne, but he credits Suzanne and Doug McGavin to this day of what they taught him because he didn't have a gymnastics background. So you have to have an innate ability to be able to coach young people in whatever sport that it is,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to be young adults in school, college, and trying to be a sport with the pressures of trying to win titles. Because it's still a pressure because it's like a business. You are getting a full ride scholarship because of your academic and your talent. But you have to be able to show it when it's time in those classroom with those grades and on the competition floor. And I just feel like Courtney Kupech just was not ready for it. She just was not ready for it. And for Georgia to be one of the worst for a couple years in a row, they had to get rid of her. It
I
was well
I
be
feel like with Georgia and Alabama, both of those two teams, um, they kind of rest on their history of being great at one point in time.
hmm
And I still feel like Alabama has always been in the midst. They never have fallen back the way Georgia has,
hmm
but still, they're not where they used to be.
no.
Um,
Because Dana Duckworth, she had so much of the experience. I think she had the ability to do well, but I
I
think
think with Alabama, what
other
hurts
generations
them
with
the most is.
background stuff,
I'm so
Dana.
sorry, Shane.
I think with Dana, she had the ability to do well at Alabama, but the stuff that happened with those gymnasts,
Oh
especially
yeah,
black
it's
gymnasts,
Alabama's culture of racism. That's what's holding them back. Like,
and she said the hell with that and went out there. But I always said it was something about her. Every time she would get on and do some type of, it seemed like it was just always rehearsed, and she would always end with that roll tide. It was something fake about her. So then when we started hearing about, the mistreatment of the black gymnasts and the culture, she hurried up and got out of there before her ass got fired. We still have no coach for Cal. We we have one assistant that I
oh,
just
that's if Cal keeps their damn gymnastics program. I really feel like they're gonna cut their gymnastics program.
spill the tea on LSU. What team? Oh, I don't know what the tea is from this. If somebody who knows people can know, but I looked on the roster for LSU today. It's not updated, but I did notice on the coaching um, roster that Courtney McCool Griffith is now an associate head coach with Garrett and Ashley Nett as assistants. And I don't remember seeing that a couple months ago.
Who was the assistant?
They all were assistants, all three of them.
Mm.
Well, Bugs and Garrett were the assistants, and Courtney was the um, what was the name of it before they made them full time assistants? The volunteer assistant coach.
Mm.
The volunteer, but all the volunteers got promoted when they added the fourth of the however they restructured the contracts. So Courtney McCool is the associate head coach now, and Garrett and Bugs are the assistants. So anybody with that good team, or
What's the difference between the associate and the assistant?
the associate is pretty much like the head coach, or the next to be in line.
Mm.
If
They
I'm
probably had to offer the Griffins more money so they wouldn't leave. Because with all these coaching jobs, I'm pretty sure they got lots of damn offers going on.
like Jeremy Miranda, he's an assistant now. He had always been really just a volunteer choreographer, but his position is assistant coach now. So I just thought it was kind of odd that Courtney, who was the volunteer, is now the associate. So maybe one of your fans can find out some good tea.
Mm, maybe.
Um, Megan Doling, I think her last name is Hunts now. She used to be at Georgia when they won. She's an assistant now at Denver, and Cal has no coaches yet. Iowa State, they haven't named any assistants with Ashley Miles. Yeah, associate carries a higher title. That's what Jay Clark. Jay was the assistant, and then he became the associate once they started winning SEC titles. And I guess that'd be like when behind the scenes people be talking about, well, if I leave or whatever, you'll be next in line. Because I guess Bob Moore was leaving, retiring. Ashley Claire Kearney, she was getting into a different position at LSU. Jay Clark, he got the coaching position once Didi retired. Yeah, Michaela, associate means more than assistant.
I never knew that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we get into the meats and potatoes of European Championships, you guys, I want to take a break for gymnastics and talk about some I guess this is LGBTQ stuff, but it's really some hood shit. I want to talk about what's going on between T.S. Madison and Kaya. And
I knew bring something like this up, and they in Florida.
because it to me, it epitomizes what sometimes we as transsexual people or transgender people go through with our counterparts, cisgender women folks, and
or
they
or
just
or gay males.
or gay males, and people just don't see how people come for us all the time. And then when we react or respond or anything, now, oh, she should have never came for Kaya grandkids. Bitch, well, when Kaya was saying that she wished T.S. Madison mama had a diabetic stroke or whatever and was wishing death on that lady, y'all don't think that was too far? I don't understand how
Family should be off. Period. It don't matter if it's your mom, your Paul, your children. Once you go to step to that level, it's what Michelle When they go low, we go high. Fuck no, we go to the ground. We go to hell. You know, and T.S. Madison is going to rebuttal that foolishness. What happened was one of them gay males, one of them punks, brought that mess to Kaya, knowing she illiterate and ignorant.
Okay,
Because
we even got to expand on that, sister. So what was going on this weekend? Um,
event. Oh,
Over Memorial Day weekend, they have a couple of prides. I know Pride is in June. Well, I
yeah.
mean Memorial Day is the beginning of June. So yeah, I mean, so we have Pride, right? Now I'm from Florida, so I know we always have a Pride in Miami that the people go to, but they
Uh-huh.
also have a Pride in DC that a lot of people go to. So I guess in the Pride in DC this year, they were honoring a bunch of celebrities or whatever. So they honored T.S. Madison and gave her a day in the city for all her work as a trans celebrity advocate, you know, all the stuff that she does for the community. So then these punks, and I have no other choice but to call them punks at this moment in time, gathered Kaya, the transphobic icon, to perform during Pride the same weekend that they were honoring T.S. Madison. And if people don't realize how problematic that is, how like as trans people, it's like, damn, we get attacked at every level, even from our own community, bitch. Even when the city is trying to go up for us, bitch, it's these gay boys now who is trying to put us in our place. Like,
Because those same gay boys could never have went to T.S. Madison and told her, "Well, Kaya talking about you." T.S. Madison would have paid it and collected her coin and kept on moving. But they know Kaya is ignorant, illiterate, ghetto, and all the other adjectives of low level.
and it just hurts me so
So
bad
say stuff
because
like, and then everybody want to go to T.S. Madison about, now people with kids, they complaining about kids and she bloating and goating and
I mean, if you
the
drive
fuck
a
is the
Kia and you was
girl?
if you drive a Kia and you literally was offended by anything, if you couldn't oh gosh, the word is not coming to me. If you couldn't discern the difference between fucking her talking about Kaya the rapper, and instead of saying the word Kaya, she just was saying Kia, and you driving your Kia car, you was a dummy. You is the dummy. You are the dummy. Like it just there's just no way you could think she's talking about you, girl. Like, and then like you were saying, Shannon, okay, why is it okay for Kaya to talk about T.S. Madison mama, but not T.S. Madison to talk about Kaya's grandbabies? Like Kaya started that shit.
And like T.S. Madison said, my mother prayed for you. We fed you. You were in our house. And it's sad that they have that was what, almost 10 years ago, Queens of Comedy? And it's
Mm.
like somebody triggered Kaya that bad for her to just go off the rails like that. That wasn't nothing but malicious intent.
And
And they
and
better stop fucking with Maddie before she sue their ass.
and even deeper than that, Kaya, you get on your platform and call the trannies, he, she's, niggas in wigs. You sit up there and call gay men punks, sissies. You call
All the
lesbian
derogatory
women.
all the derogatory shit comes out of her mouth.
And then you are surprised that gay people are upset that you are at a pride. I can see if you was just in DC performing and T.S. Madison was there and then you decided to take it upon yourself to snap on her, even though that still would be wrong. It would make a lot more sense to me. But you're literally at a pride, at a gay event. Like that just And then for
And
you gay people, y'all just don't see no problem in that shit.
those promoters, those people that was behind it that had Kaya there, the ones that was talking to her and telling her, shame on them. They just as worse.
And then y'all want to not understand how people get over on the black community all the time. Y'all creating drama within in this whole shit where we have all of these people, all of these other groups of people who's trying to take away rights, who's trying to put y'all asses back in chains, bitch, whips and chains, and have y'all working on cotton fields and shit. Instead of y'all fighting them, y'all want to fight each other. Like, why didn't y'all bring Kaya to come read? Y'all in DC, bitch. Come bring Kaya to come read Donald Trump. Come bring Kaya to read Marjorie Taylor Greene. Come bring Kaya to read, I don't know, Ted Cruz. But you bring Kaya to read another black gay person. And y'all don't see like these like y'all want to pick on these Latinos because they're on the news crying because their cousins got deported. They're happy their cousins got deported because these Latino people is tired of everything Hispanic being Mexican, and they're trying to gentrify their own race right now in front of our eyes, and y'all don't even see it. But we are up here fighting each other. Wonder like, why can't we get along? Why can't we can't get along because bitch out of pride, y'all chose to invite drama to this shit. This is why we can't get along. It's not the white people, it's us. We are choosing to do this shit to each other right now. We aren't fighting racism. We're fighting each other.
Fight and I hate to say it because we on the topic, but we fighting nigga shit and punk shit. And those two combinations are not good.
We're not fighting racism. We're not fighting bigotry. We're fighting each other for stupid shit. There was just no. Y'all could have invited Kaya to come and perform 360 days out of the year. Y'all chose these 5 days during Pride to come and pull these damn stunts. And then wonder why we can't get nowhere in life as black people. But that was my T.S. Madison rant. I have nothing else to say about that. Do you have anything
I
else to
don't.
say about it?
My whole thing is my neck and my back, yeah, but it just it's so played out. That one song, she don't have a body of work to come to a pride. Why y'all didn't invite the real? Y'all need to be trying to get people like Lady Gaga who could do something for the damn community to be coming to prides, especially a black pride. But we act so ignorant, she probably would turn it down.
And then think about this: DC Pride. Y'all already was losing to Miami Pride. This was the first year in over fucking 20, 15 years that people was even hyped about coming to DC for a Pride. Everybody normally goes to Miami. Y'all are never going to be able to compete with Miami Pride again because of this bullshit. It does, Nisha. Always be your own people. It always be your own people. Finally, you all. Uh,
That's three songs, Nisha. Don't give her that much credit.
but even Next Caller came around because of the show that she had with Madison. Like
Literally, the Madison.
by herself, Kaya got Don't Trust No Nigga and My Neck and My Bed. Those are her two hits.
Santa Baby.
That ain't no damn hit. That ain't no damn hit.
That's Nisha. That's Nisha's hit in her mind.
That's Kaya little Christmas song, child. That ain't no damn hit. But see, I know the song, so it probably is a hit. Okay, whatever. But she don't have enough songs to do no damn concert.
Don't have a catalog to
She, and then
relate.
again, like T.S. Madison said, but you had a song with Janet Jackson and fumbled that shit so badly that Janet didn't even put you in the video, girl. Like,
Oh, and I used to love that song too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When Kaya used to be somebody act bad, don't hurt me, look sick,
uh,
30. Oh yes.
fumbled that so bad.
She never
Fumbled
did
that.
put her in the album, in the video.
Didn't even put her as a feature in the damn. Fumbled that so bad, Kaya. So
You can't bring Negroes nowhere, baby.
you can't bring Negroes nowhere, and apparently you can't bring punks nowhere either because the punks are right here trying to forget that they punks themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I
I
want
guess it's fun. Go
because
ahead.
to the back to the elite world, I just want to do a disclaimer for our LGBTQ because I'm heavily involved in our community and in the HIV community. Please wrap up. Please know your status. Please take care of yourself. It's
Amen.
2025 now. We have all these prides coming up. I know the girls is gonna be sitting there trying to go get this and one and that one and these host
And I know,
hotels and all of this. Please know your status.
and I know they have all of these preps and peps and all of these things that are out here nowadays.
To not transmit any type of
But
STI.
unless you're the person who's actually taking that pill and putting it inside your body, I wouldn't trust Nan bitch. Talking about Sunday on. Unless you're the one who's on it or taking that shot, don't trust nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Act like everybody has it. That's my best advice for you. Just act like everybody has it.
Pride coming up. Everybody gonna be out and about trying to live their best life. It's summertime.
Shit.
The
Pride
whole
already.
out.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen the videos from the DC Pride. Them girls was out there
Naked.
always, always. That's just something else we need to talk about. Like, why would we have prides? Why do they become fuck fest for the black kids? Like,
When
we're supposed
Pride
to
used
be.
to be a fun time. Pride was a time where your friends would gather around the country. Y'all would go on road trips. You would want to do those type of things, go to a couple drag shows, do the parades and stuff. Now it just be a spectacle. It's really a goal and a fuck getaway, and we sit here fighting over drama with something that happened 10 years ago. But we
Mhm,
are doing with the sponsors, the people that really could be supporting these causes,
mhm,
the hospitals, the nonprofit organizations and CBOs that are putting their resources and money in to help with especially the black prize, because the white prize is
mhm.
doing well.
Because they're more. I mean, they are fuck fest too, but they have more funding, so they're able to,
We got to
move different.
fight. We got to fight everywhere. They got to shut shit down because we don't know how to act. It just, we got to do better. We have to do better instead of worrying about the drama on social media about T.S. Madison and Kaya.
Hmm.
And I think that T.S. have to um explain herself or go do that, but you got to defend yourself sometime.
You do. You absolutely do.
And that's just
Yeah.
my 10 cents. Wrap
Yeah.
it up. Take a pill. Have fun, enjoy your life, but please, y'all.
Oh, tell them, baby. Did you ever get your other puppy? I know you
Yeah,
said you.
It's her right here.
Oh,
Her name is Layla
oh,
Royal.
oh, a Jack. Is it she a Jack Russell Terrier mix?
She's a mix with a terrier and a Australian Shepherd. Stop.
Oh, oh, Shanna got two babies now.
Hmm. These are
Is
my. One of them is nice, and she is the guard dog of the house. She don't play.
the
So if anything moving,
is the little boy adjusted to her living there?
he love her.
Oh,
He loves her. She's already spaded, so he can't get nothing from her. And then I'm going to get him neutered next month. Well, really in about a week and a half.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I don't need any puppies. So you want to go back and talk about the? Did you watch the Europeans?
Yeah, I watched. I think I watched. I haven't watched the men. I think I watched all of the women though.
I
It
didn't.
might be
I
some
watched.
like.
The, I watched the last subdivision, and then I went back and watched like specific routines from certain people. Can we just all stand for Miss Jennifer Williams?
Oh yeah, but like, okay. Can I be honest though? Can I be very honest and don't jump me, everybody? I'm a Jennifer Williams fan. I just don't think that being routine should have scored that high,
You're not by yourself.
especially, huh?
You're not by yourself. Nisha said the same thing. It was about 3 or 4 tenths too high.
Especially when you watch Chinese nationals, which just happened like a few days ago, and that beam final, and like she was scoring higher than the damn little girl the
She
girl who came in,
she would have been third place in that Chinese final.
and I just don't. That beam routine was great, but compared to those girls in China, that beam routine should have scored like a 13-9,
Hmm.
maybe 14 even. But a 14-5 and some change, no ma'am. No ma'am.
So, when people say the Europeans are better than the Chinese, I'm like,
Even I don't even think, okay, taking it one step further, I don't even think that being routine was better than the Japanese girls that we saw at All Japan. Cause I don't know why Japan is trying to hide NHK trophy from us still, but um
it's not on. It's no live meet of it.
they aired it live, but they started doing this thing this year where if you hadn't caught it when it was on live, then there's no replays. And even with me with Japan, they're not playing with people reposting those meets on YouTube because that's how I got a copyright strike on my channel for the damn Japanese competition. So
Oh, Japan ain't playing, baby. They said they ain't got time to play with the Americans. And Trump
mm-mm.
be talking about tariff going up to 100%. Not playing. Find somebody else to do.
I mean, again, like I'm not trying to say it wasn't a bad routine. I think it should be the leading routine going into being final. Still, I just don't think it should have scored nowhere near that high. Um,
I'm trying to go to the results of the meet.
I think Manila is the number one all around qualifier.
And
Wait, we
she,
should talk about the team competition because that's what's going to start in the morning.
I thought the team has been decided
I'm so
already.
sorry. The mixed team competition because that's what's the next event. Um, so from my understanding, the way they're doing the mixed team this year is the top man and the top woman is a team, I don't even understand this shit. I'm just gonna be watching like everybody else watching. I have no idea. I wish they would do it the same format they've always used for like the Goodwill games and like um no Manila. Manila is wait, she's not the number one qualifier. Wait, I'm so confused. I don't know why I looked at that comment right there. Okay, I'm confused. Okay. Uh so yeah, the mixed team event is happening tomorrow, so they're gonna give out medals tomorrow. I wish they would just do it the way they did it at the Goodwill Games, which is the um alternates get to compete for those medals, but because there's a lot of competition if you're doing the mixed pairs event plus the all around plus the event finals, like you're basically competing 5 days in a row.
Michaela, do you so how do the teams qualify for worlds? Because I'm not familiar with that since this is not a team worlds of year.
Okay, so for this worlds, I think anybody can send a team as long as they, request. That's why they have the cap, like 4 men and 4 women for the teams, because so many people are sending people to worlds.
So I do know what two all arounders per country, right?
You can either send 4 people, 2 all arounders and 2 individuals, or you can send 3 people and send 3 all arounders.
Okay.
Um, so then from this year, next year, again, I think it's an invitation worlds where everybody can get invited. And then if you qualify through to the next world, so I think it's going to be like it was last year. So if you come in the top 3 at next year worlds, you're automatically qualified to the Olympics. If not, then you have to qualify through to the next worlds. They change it slightly every quad, so I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be like this year. But I think it's going to be closer to what it was like last year, not the way it was the year beforehand, where they had
That's
the
what I be
individual.
saying with Elite. It'd be so confusing. And you don't really be knowing.
Oh, Manila qualified first to beam follow. Well, hell, what the hell was Manila damn score?
No, Manila scored a 14-3 on Beam. She qualified second.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Even with compared to what Manila can do, I don't think Jennifer can is on that same level as Manila on beam.
Manila definitely is the class of the field when it comes to just the gymnasts there. Cause she didn't she crash her vault, so her vault score she's missing a point there, and she's already 4 tenths ahead of second and third place.
And
So
yeah, the Italian team. Why do y'all even have that girl doing a DTY here? Like, she could win with her Yurchenko full or her Yurchenko 1.5. Like, she doesn't need a difficulty yet. Like,
Manila trying to be world champion, baby.
y'all better hope, because I think she's only 17 still. Y'all don't break her. Like, y'all need to chill out, like y'all did the DiMaggio sisters.
Second place was Anna Barbosa.
I hope, like, okay, no tea, no shade. I know that y'all hate Anna Barbosa because of, the floor finals. But if Anna could find a way to win for Romania here, that would be major.
Uh, I mean, she don't have. I don't think she has the vault to compare. I mean, Manila is 5.0. She's a 4.8. She has a higher score on It's her E scores that's so much lower than Manila's. And then Helen Kerrick, she would have to boost up her floor because her bars was sickening. She got a 14.766 qualified
Mhm.
first on bars. Um, but you got Nina, who I think can gain some back on because I think she had a 310 step on her dismount on bars. So it's gonna be good. What's tonight? The mix.
Yeah, tonight is the mixed team event. I
And
can't
what
say I'm
time
gonna
does it
watch.
start?
I think it's 9. I think it's 9 in the morning. I think.
Okay.
Um,
Do we
but
have a list? What it's gonna be?
I'm really, really, really looking. I mean, I
Okay,
sent the.
I
Yeah,
found it. Okay, the mixed people will be the first. Oh, Italy. Manila Esposito and her male partner Lorenzo Casali. They qualify for first, almost 2 points ahead. And then it's a battle for the second and third between like five teams. Jake
okay.
Jake Jarman of Great Britain and Ruby Evans, second place.
I'm sorry, Jake. If you just had a stronger woman, y'all would win easily. Go ahead.
If they would have had a Garderova, they would have been good. They're
Even Undine,
79, and it looked like Ruby didn't do well on beam, so she can move up. And then
GB
third
didn't do
is
well at all. Like they just kept
yeah,
every time I looked up, they were falling somewhere. Like GB.
and they were second place because of really his scores. Third place is French team of Anthony Mansard and Morgan. I don't know how to pronounce it. Osiek,
OCS. Who
which
has
I
a?
love. I loved her beam. She had a good beam routine.
I think she has a Rudy Vault too.
12.933 was her score involved. Fourth is a Hungarian team, Greta Mayer, Christopher Mezzarazos. I don't know them. Fifth is a German team of Karina and Timo. How many qualify? It's a lot of them qualify. Oh my God, it's 16 mixed pairs teams. How long is this event going to be tomorrow? Jesus.
Pretty long
Are they
because
going to each do 3 events or are they going to drop it back to two? See, I got to find out the rules and stuff for this.
I don't. I have no idea. This is like I said. I wish they would. And I think this is the format that they're trying to think about using for the Olympics and at Worlds.
Hmm.
It's just y'all had a perfectly fine mixed pairs format already with y'all, what y'all used to do at the after the American Cup and after the Goodwill Games. Just use that format, but no, y'all had to come up with some weird shit to make it complicated.
And Jennifer Williams and her partner, William Heil, they qualified in eighth. Naomi Visser, Netherlands, they qualified in ninth. I love Adam Asil from Turkey. I love him on rings.
They
Um,
have a Turkish woman.
the Turkish woman is Nazli Zarvanabasi,
Now this is gonna sound very ignorant. Is
and they
it
have a
Turkey?
Romanian.
I thought Turkey was Asia. It's Europe.
Turkish is Europe, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They have a Romanian team with Anna Barbosa, and they qualify 15th. And then the 16th team is a Polish team, Maria somebody. So no Ukrainians. That's sad because Ukrainians, they might not always been like the top, but they always had some beautiful gymnasts. They didn't qualify
I'm
in
surprised that
19.
even though the Ukrainian women's team is kind of lacking, The Ukrainian men's team is still strong. Oh, maybe they didn't send a team here and protest.
I don't know who these people are. It looks like the male gymnast was pretty strong. It's the female gymnast that was scoring 11s.
Oh,
Who
well,
was the
yeah.
who used to be the coach of the women's team? Oleg Ostapenko.
Hmm.
He used to be over them. Then he left and went to another country, and that team hasn't been the same since.
I mean, they just don't have the resources, especially since
Mhm.
the war started. They definitely don't have the resources.
Well, they really didn't have the resources, if you want to be honest, and take it back to history. Once the Soviet Union dissolved, everything
Mm-mm.
was Russia.
Hmm.
Um,
And
because the
and the and
Belarusians, they weren't nothing either.
and the gag is, if you go back and look at those old Soviet teams, half of those girls was Ukrainian. So it's a shame that the Ukrainian team isn't the stronger team because most of the great Soviet gymnasts that you know are Ukrainian.
I'm gonna try to get on my thing. I'm gonna try to send what I want to start doing it because I don't know. It popped up when I got to work this morning. The Olympics Nadia one they were on, and I've never went back and watched that meet. Like I don't really watch stuff pre 1992, and for me to go back and watch that with Olga Corbett and Nellie Kim, some of the greats of gymnastics, I kind of want to do like a go back in time and watch like something very like maybe once out the month have like a watch a like a movie night. Hey,
Me and Oscar used to do it, but then my internet started acting up. So every time we would try to stream a meet, it would be too choppy to
because since the elite since I got a little time now, yes, I'm in summer school, but it's not um it's not like regular it's not like regular school with my a full load. I have time and I kind of want to go back and watch since college is out to go back and watch some of the old meets, like the meets I have never seen. So I know Addict still put some of them on, but like the
hmm.
platform of people to watch. Because I still haven't watched fully like you sent it in the group chat, but I still haven't watched the '96 Worlds.
Ah man, it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, I think me and Oscar sat up here and watched them together the last show we did together. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So
Yarny, yarny.
the mixed team is tonight slash tomorrow, and then we start the
All
men's
around.
the men's is it the women's first and then the men's?
Yeah, I think the women is their Thursday morning and the men's is Thursday afternoon. I think Manila should be able to win the all around competition pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Her biggest competition is probably Helen Keveridge from
And Barbosa.
Barbosa, depending on, if she hits to this competition. But I think there's her.
What happened to the Miss Baby with that damn fall on that mount, Sabrina?
Sabrina Vonnier had a horrible competition at this European Championships. I kind of feel.
Is she coming back from an injury or something?
No, I just, her mom. To be honest, Sabrina needs to leave her mom. Her mom is a horrible, horrible coach. Just no tea, no shade.
And who's the? I know we talk going all over the place because I'm looking at the men's all around results. I don't know any of who qualified first. A Swiss gymnast Noah Seifert. A Hungarian is second, Christopher, and then a Great Britain, Luke Whitehouse. Who's the new black guy on the British team? Not
He's
Courtney
white.
Coolidge, but the
Oh,
light.
the light skinned one. I don't know.
Is his name Jamie Lewis?
Maybe I don't know.
He qualified in seventh.
I know some. I know two British guys, two per country. Jake German off of floor, and everybody was gagged. Is that what we're talking about?
Well, I was just looking at the all around results, but Jake didn't make. Let me go to the men's. Jake didn't make it on floor.
No, the two British men, two per country now.
Okay. Harry Hepworth third, Luke Whitehouse fourth, Jake was eighth. He must have had some issues because his E score is low. Um, Autumn Dogapolite is pretty good. Did Jake make it into
Vault?
the vault finals?
I think so.
Courtney Tullich made it to the. So I don't know how that worked because he wasn't in the team, but he competed as an individual. That's weird. So
Oh,
I'll be having to get in touch. I need to get in touch. Jake qualified first on vault.
okay.
Second was Arthur. Third was Nazar. Chaperny. Those three is really good vaulters. My baby Nicola Bartolini, he qualified fifth. So yeah, I'm kind of excited, and I know some of these names from the men.
I am too. I am too. Now,
Uh,
for me, the event that I'm looking forward to the most at this European Championships is
hmm
probably the event finals to uneven bars.
Really?
I think that's going to be really good.
Do you want the German to win?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Helen. Then you got Nina, and then you got Naomi. That's the top three. You got a Finnish gymnast who was fourth, Manila fifth, and then two Hungarians, sixth and seventh.
Now, the Italian national team. After this competition, I don't want to see nothing else from Alice D'Amato until Worlds. I don't want to see nothing else from Manila until Worlds. Asia, let her rest until Worlds. Like all your bit players, don't compete them no more.
Nina Darwell, she qualified to beam finals.
Yeah, I think at this point, Beam is a better event for her than even bars.
I mean, she's still doing good bars.
I mean, yeah. I don't like Nina very
I'm
much
kind of
now.
excited. I wanna see the men's vault. I think it's gonna be highly competitive,
Yeah.
and I want to see um I want to see some of the women's floor. I want to see if Miss Barbosa can take it and see if she really is deserving of that bronze medal. The gag is if she win Europeans and then medal at the Worlds this year. Because I
I
know
mean, Anna Barbosa.
some of y'all been saying that she deserved it over Jordan.
I mean, if Stanford don't fuck around, they could have a very strong team this year because they're gonna have Anna and Jennifer.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
I know, but they lose whatchamacallit though. They're gonna lose Anna Roberts. All right,
Hey, maybe
Tabitha. Tabitha getting her some recruits in, huh?
and maybe when Cal closed their doors, maybe Undine will go to Stanford.
Why you keep saying Cal closing their doors? don't speak that to an existence on Cal.
I won't. Well, you guys, I know y'all used to those 3 hour shows, but I ain't got it in me today, baby. I ain't got it in me today, and I
We
still got
covered a
to.
lot in an hour and 35 minutes.
Because you know why? Because it's just me and you. Like I love the bit panel. That's why I have the bit panel on. But the bit panel, you need 3 hours for four people to express their opinions. When it's
Yeah.
just one or two people,
Hmm.
it's a lot easier to get your point across.
Yeah. And you kind of piggyback off of each other without like kind of going off the rails.
Correct. Like we haven't we hadn't had an hour and a half long intermission about I don't know, God knows whatever the hell we be talking about on this show. Oh, and while we're talking about that, I'm so happy for John Perry who's seeing Beyonce right now. So jealous.
Yeah.
Or he
I
might
said
have went to see her last night. I think it was
Cowboy
like
John. Cowboy John. I hope you had a wonderful time. Shout
mm,
out to Urza as well. I think he's currently finishing up his last week of school.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
So what?
That
He'll be a senior next year, correct?
he would be a senior. No, I think he's going to the 11th grade next year. I think he's in the
Going
10th
to the
grade this
11th. Okay. Well, still, that's wonderful news. You know, we always want to move on up in the world.
year. Yes, yes, yes.
And Oscar,
Happy
having that
birthday,
birthday
babe.
party.
Oh, and everybody, I'm supposed to be doing an interview with uh coach
Oscar,
this
Oscar be trolling.
we're supposed to be doing it. I'm supposed to be doing an interview this weekend with a coach, so be on the lookout for that over the weekend.
Oh, you're gonna have a coach on? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try to get into it, sis, when it's happening. I'm gonna have a busy weekend.
And with that being said, that is the show for today. I love you all. Happy Memorial Day weekend to any veterans out there. Sorry if I didn't say that at the beginning of the show. Um,
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Once again, everybody, go wish Oscar a merry, merry, merry birthday. Um,
Thank you, Nisha and company, for tuning in. As
like
always,
always, like
thank you,
always,
Michaela, for having me.
like always, you're more than welcome. If y'all give me about 30 minutes, I'm going to post the show to Twitter, and then I'm going to go to sleep. I love you all. Good night.